Hey, how y'all doing, party people? This is Jeremy for MvM, and welcome to Solo Sundays. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully you have some fun today. I am going to be playing Empires of the North. Now, Empires of the North, and I forgot to take it out of the box. Lord, jeez. Uh, I is my game of the year from last year. All right, so uh, I think this is a special game. I think it's pretty much perfect for me. So, oh Lord. So it's a perfect game for me. And with that, I'm excited about all the expansions they're adding. I think me and Z Garcia from the Dice Tower like eat this up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not a fan of Imperial Settlers. It's one of the games I went from loving to despising. And it was back when I first started solo play, but I just like, just wanted to try a card game. And it ended up falling flat for me. This one right here, home run. So let's go ahead and play this. Now, I played this earlier when I first started Solo Sunday, but there's a little trick to this. Um, now we're adding some expansions. So we have there's the Roman banners and the Japanese islands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play one scenario. I'm going to play the scenario from the Japanese islands for solo play, and then I'm going to use one of the Roman banners factions. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll show you how it works, but I want to get this played. Hopefully you at least see how it plays because these new ones are difficult. So I'm going to give it a shot and let's see how it goes. Okay, so what we have in this scenario, and by the way, feel free to ask questions. I'll try to answer them because this is different. Okay, this is a little different, and I'm bound to make mistakes. We have two different factions in the Roman banners. Uh, this is the Trajan right here, Trajana, and then this is the Flavian, I believe, Flavian clan. Um, and this one right here, of course, they all have their own unique decks. And that's the difference between this. They don't have a general deck and then a regular deck. They both have their own 30 card deck, and they all have their own mechanisms to it. So, for example, this one right here, this has to do with building cards off of each other. So you have building types in this game, and those building types do help for every deck in some form or fashion. But for this one, you actually have to pay resources equal to how many of that type you have. So I have to pay in order to build this building. I have to pay a food for each one of these that I already have. So if I wanted to build this one, I'd have to pay one food plus another food to build this as well. So it's just kind of a mechanism building off each other and how these things harvest. Sorry about that. But there's a really interesting mechanism to that. This one right here, as you can see, I already have these two cards out here. This has to do with construction. So what I have here on the backs of my cards are similar to the types of buildings that there are in the game. Once again, the icons that are on here. All right, so of course you can see the different icons. That's no different than anything else. But on the back are the types of cards, and they can be used as construction cards. So what you're looking at here, okay, these construction cards like that, they are going to have these different icons. I need to have those, and they are resources. So if I wanted to build a card, let's see, let's find one. This one says requirement 5 of this type. So I would have to have multiple buildings, let's say like this. Let's say I had one, two of these building types already. So I had two of the what's the name? Sorry. What about this? We'll add one more. How about that? We'll do that. So if I have three of these types of buildings right here, and I need 5 to build this one right here, I can use these three types of the same type plus these two buildings. These are foundations, by the way. I'm sorry. To build this right here. And then I will also have to pay the requirements as well. And you can't do that for free with the construction action. So a really interesting twist on the mechanisms in the game. Of course, each one is different, and I think that one is super smart. We'll talk about the Japanese ones when we get to the end, if I remember, but please remind me. Also, I asked that you please remind me of the event part of every round because I always forget to do the events. So let's talk about the actual Japanese islands. As you can see, I ripped the page off because, yes, it's that serious. I'm going to keep it. All right. You have these different Japanese islands, and what you're trying to do is conquer the islands that are adjacent to each other. Now, you see the icons that are on there, they're similar to the exact icons you would have in the game. You got your food stone, you got your fish, sheep, and wood. As you see the arrows there, those are all adjacent islands. So I can be adjacent to this one, this one, this one, and this one currently based on that. Now, the red arrows in an advanced version, they have an advanced version of this. You can make it so those aren't adjacent. So they are all adjacent now, but they can be not adjacent. And I don't know if you know how the solo scenarios go in this game, but they're very involved, and that's the reason why I love this game so much. So in the beginning of the setup, I'm actually going to start with somebody here. I can do two of them, and for every one I get there, I have fish. So I could do two of those, I get two fish. That's just part of the rules for this game. I decided to do one, so therefore I have that. And then what happens is when I place these, I'm trying to conquer. One of the actions that I have is I can spend one of these apple foods here to conquer, to assign a worker to an island that I already have conquered. Conquer just means that I have somebody on it already. All right. And then I also can spend one to basically move and hop people to different areas. So there's a special action in this game. It says spend one of my boats basically to sail to another island. And when I sail to the other island and I spend the requirements, I could put one of these fish, one of these guys on here. And that's kind of how I'll move across the islands and things like that. And then as the game goes along, I can do actions that will add on to that and stuff like that. The events, I'm going to save those specially for when they happen to me. But that's basically it. At the end of the game, I get points as normal for normal scoring, but I also get 3 points for each one of these islands that I conquer. And then I also get 1 point per each one of these people that I have on Okinawa and Kyushu. So I have to have them on these outside borders in order to score points for those as well. So definitely want to make sure I'm moving. Okay, and I could see this in a advanced game. These are not adjacent, so I would have to like work my way around, which is tough. We're not going to do that. All right, we're not advanced over here, party people. We're trying to we're just trying to get over, and we do have to hit a threshold of 45. I have the scoreboard off on the side. I'll slide it in when need be. Anybody have any questions? So the solo game is different in the fact that it's 4 rounds. So whatever you're doing, you got to get done like ASAP. So it's always interesting. Now I was gonna sit here and get out the cards and get ready for the first round, but I decided not to. Um, to start out the game, you get 5 peoples. All right, and it says that I have to give one from my pool, and I get a fish for each one that's going to be here. Okay, these are actually harvest spots, by the way. I should have said that. So you can harvest specifically from that location. However many people you have, that's how many of that resource you'll get. I'm sorry about that. We're going to start out with the resources that we have and 2 foundation cards, which just come from the top of my deck. So you're going to see that. By the way, in these expansions, which I've just shuffled a lot of that in there, there's more islands in there as well. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I want to look at my 5 cards first. Let's see. I got Plaza, and I'll just kind of explain some of these, and then we'll just play because I don't want to. We have an extension of a field, so we can attach this to something. We have a plaza. It says instantly gather 1 stone for each of these types of buildings, so I'm not going to touch on that right now. And a lot of these are going to trigger off that. I have one building where I need 5 of these. I have one building where I need some more of these different types of things, and it says construct. I'm going to go ahead and just move forward because the first hand I get, I have to choose here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I got a lot of ones where I could just take an action here. Okay, so I like this right here because this Legion says if I spend 2 stone, I automatically get a raise token. I may need those because I want to get something over here, and that can add a building that may contribute to my engine. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to take this blindly just because. And that's going to cost me a worker. Now, let's see. These 2 are the exact same cards. So we'll just slide that over there right there for right now. We'll just slide that over. We don't need 2 of the same cards right now. I like to look at cards and just, let me see. Do I even have the same cards back here? Renovation team. Because right now I do have this one. Hmm. Maybe I could do it. So like, let's see. I might keep the same card in my hand. Let's do that. All right. So I think I'm going to keep these two. This one right here, though. Let's see. Sail to play. Gain 2 points instantly if you have at least 4 of the golem buildings or 4 of the kind of weaponry buildings in your empire. You may spend foundations for the missing locations. So once again, like I said, these foundation cards can add as a resource to pay for stuff. So if you don't have if you have a building type, you could have that amount of that type in your area already. That's paid cost. Or you can use these foundations as like almost like resources to pay for whatever's missing. I just think that's so neat, but it takes things from your hand, so it's a little tricky. Okay, so I kind of want to keep this, but I feel like it's for a later turn. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I'm going to put these 2 workers here, and that's the thing. You really want workers in this game. But let's see here. This one right here says spend to build. Spend 2 stone to build. How am I feeling about that already? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to construct this for free. Am I? Yeah, I'm just being a little crazy here. Let me go ahead and look through my hand real quick. If I use construct, I can combo off this right here. Renovation team says I draw 2 cards. Keep one, and then the other will be a foundation for an empire. So I might want to do that. Why don't we just do that? Okay. So when we construct, we still get to build our building. But first, when we take the construction action, we just place this on here. It says instant. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Draw 2 cards. And I'm going to make some rash decisions. Oh, these are the same though. Ooh. This is kind of interesting. So it says gain one stone for each one of these different types of that I have in here, of 1 food for each of these things. Okay, or okay, this actually looks good. Okay, I'm gonna take that card and keep it. I'm gonna flip this over. As you can see, this is a different type. I'm gonna try to read the cards less so that you can. I'll read them as I want to use them. This is an instant, and then this will go. It says, sorry. Keep one and place the other as a foundation. Also keep one. Okay, just keep one. Okay. So there we go. We haven't even built anything yet, but we did construct. Now I can pay a food to move that. I don't have any. So let's see. I need food. I'm only going to get food probably from conquering here. Let's see. So I do have this sailing action in each scenario. By the way, see, I already did it already. I did it already. I didn't pull from my scenario. Let's see. Mulligan, number 5. Remove one. Remove one. This is called Shogun's Revenge. Remove one of your people. All right, and if you cannot remove it, you lose 2 points. So it didn't really affect what I was doing, but that event that stunk right there. Got to make sure you do the events, and they can come back. Forgot it already. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, and I get to build this for free. That's what I forgot. Okay, so I got the construct action would allow me to do this action right here, the instant action, and then I still get to construct for free. So that was, I'm glad I remembered that. I got all kind of shook up here. All right, now that stinks. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this action right here with a special action. What it does is it says spin one ship. Okay, it says place it on this action, and it says assign 1 fish to any 1 fish and 1 person. Okay, so and assign this on this fish and one fish to assign. I'll put that on there like that so you can see, to assign 1 person to an adjacent Japanese conquered island. All right, so to any conquered island. I don't have one, so I'm going to put it right there. That's our base one right there. I'm assuming that's how it goes. You have a base, so you just kind of put it on there. And it's, yeah, I think so. Okay, I think so. All right, so I have that, and it goes away at the end of the round. I can't use that action multiple times. All right. That stinks. So now I got to go get some fish or some money over here. But I need to spend this to conquer this, huh? Already. Let's see. It says populate to play. Hmm. Looks like I have to, in order to do this really well, it looks like I'm going to have to build certain types of cards. And I'm looking at these already. So, like this one right here, it says populate the play, the plaza. Gain 1 stone for each one of these types of buildings that I have. And then, or 1 food for each type of these types of buildings I have. I don't have either, which really stinks. That would be a really good one to build right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to populate because I think populate is, ooh, no. Hmm. I may have to go out here and go get some of the strange fruit. Yeah, I think, yeah, I may have to. I may have to go to Spider Island out here and get this one right here and raise it. I also need fish. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I think I'm going to go out to that one. So we'll go and we will sail. All right, so when we sail, we get to put a boat out here that's ours. We only have one, so I'm going to put it out there. I have to decide whether I want to put a fish to go out to here, to the distant lands, or I just go right here and I do that. I also have to pay a raise token in order to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this one. It says spin 1 person to gain a raise token. So I'm going to go and do that. I tap it. I gain a raise token, which means it's going right on there like that. And then that's really my turn this round. Waka waka. Waka waka, not good. Yeah. I could have done harvest to build this and add on to it, but not right now. Okay, not right now. I think that's going to be it. So now we move over to the where we're going to go sail in and explore here. So we go over here, and the only thing I wanted to do was go to this island right here. Why do I want to go here? Because it says if I spend to conquer it, it says I spend one food to gain 2 food, and then I get a building bonus of 1 food. So I'm going to go ahead and take that 1 food, and I'm doing that because I get to sign extra workers. I get to sign extra workers if I do so. So I'm going to kind of believe that that's going to work for me right now. I'm going to believe. All right. So that's that. This is spent. All right. Anybody have any questions about this? Because it's gonna be tough for me because I don't know this deck that well, which is awesome. I'm just gonna learn it and play it as we go along, and you're gonna watch me fail. I'm gonna clean all these up. These get untapped, and then we get 3 new ones out here. Let's see. Distant islands. What do we want? Ooh, lots of fish. Lots of fish. Ooh. All right. Lots of fish. We're going to have to populate. This is the thing. We're going to have to populate. We're definitely going to have to populate. Okay. By the way, this stuff comes off as well. Fish goes away. Let's see. Now, new round, new attitude, new event. All right. We have number 2. It says Shogun's Sea Blockade. This round, you can't move from Shikoku. All right. So I can't move to and from Shikoku. So I can't move to it or from it. So that stinks. Wow, that stinks. Okay. Okay. Get all my workers back. All right. 4 cards. Let's see what our 4 cards are. I'm going to put this deck off to the side like that. Let's see. What are our 4 cards? Maquette, Aqueduct, and Excavations, and Paving Stone Factory. Okay, so I have this one here for Stone in the Wood. It says spend one guy to draw one card and place it in the foundation in your empire. Okay, this one says spend one wood to construct construct or slash harvest. That could be big right there, but that building costs quite a few resources. I don't have just yet. This says maquette. During the during this construct, you may ignore additional requirements. This is staying. Let's see. Spin one foundation. So spin one of these. It says, and one of these to gain 3 points. This seems like something I should have in my hand no matter what. This does too. That means I have to populate, huh? That means I have to populate. Oh, by the way, when I do refresh, if I had a marker on these, they get flipped over and they become more expensive. And I forgot to do that for this round. And then if I don't use them this round or I move them away, then they get flipped back over at the end of the round. I'm telling you, man, solo mode is no joke. It's not easy. Let's see. It's not easy. Well, I like this card because I know that I would have it easier. I can skip the requirements for that one. That's huge because I may have something in my hand right here that would help me out quite a bit. And I do. All right. What I want to do is at least have one other card there. Or maybe I go harvest. And then when I harvest, I get 2 more cards off the top of this deck to use for my faction there. Let's see. All right. I really like this card. I really like this card too. I think I'm going to do those specifically because I'm, well, let's see. I have, because if I do this, then I get to make this one happen here. Okay, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to keep these 2. That's going to cost me 2 of my peeps. All right, here we go. Now, what am I doing this round? Okay, so I have things that I want to build, and I can add that to the harvest spot to this, but I really want that foundation. I think I'm going to go ahead and look to this action. It says, spend 1 food to assign a person to any conquered island and may be activated any number of times. So I'm going to go ahead and yeah. Let me tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to populate. I'm going to populate and add 1 guy to my supply. I need extra people. And then I'm going to do that. So let me go ahead and do this action right here. I'm going to spin 1 and then add a person here. It doesn't say from the general supply, so I'm assuming that it's going to be restricted based on how many people are in there. And it says, okay, so then I'm going to spin, and I don't have any fish, which is going to hurt me when I conquer. By the way, when I spin 1 of those, I get 2 back. So guess what Mr. Howard's going to do? Let's see. No, Mr. Howard's not going to do that. He's going to get a little overzealous. That's not what we want to do there. We want fish. The big issue is that we don't have fish, and fish is going to help us transport from one place to another. So we need to make sure we have that. But currently, if we harvest, I can get 2 fish. So that might be my move. So let's see. What was that card I was talking about, huh? That card that I was talking about was when I populate. Oh, I should probably do that. When I populate, gain 1 stone or 1 wood for each one. So when I populate, I should have played this right here, populate. When I populate, I get to do this here. Populate, it says gain 1 stone for each one of these I have in my mixture. I only have that, so I'll get 1 stone. This card is gone. Okay. I can harvest to build that one. I can play construct. Construct. Let's see. So construct to play. So in order to construct, I have to at least play 1 stone. Then I can build any one without paying the cost, but this one specifically says during the construct, you may ignore additional requirements. So that's only this card, because even when you get a construct action as normal, you just forget to pay the resources. This one, you have to have the requirements. So this is allowing me to break all the rules. And this is important because now I have something where I can spend one wood to basically construct and harvest. And this is important. So now that I get a lot, I can get a lot of resources now. Basically, I can shoot for 3. Or I can use this to grind out points. It says spend one of these giant Cyclops dudes and one of these cards to get 3 points. And then I get a coin for it. I think I'm going to go for this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead with this aqueduct, and that's going to be my free one built there off this action. Now I also get to construct. I'm going to go ahead and construct this one. I'm going to go ahead and construct this and add it to there, right there. All right, and I get 1 wood. And you construct these. Now, when I'm going to use this one right away. It says spend 1 wood to construct or harvest. I'm going to harvest so that I can get the 2 fish because I want to be able to move around. So let me go ahead and get these 2 fish. Spend 1 fish to move. All right, I just want to make sure when I do this. It says you may harvest, choose 1 Japanese island, and gain 1 resource for each one of these you have. So yes, so 2 of those. All right. And then I am going to travel to another island. So it's going to be, and I don't need sheep. I don't even know why they have the sheep on there, but whatever. It probably depends on the scenario. Okay. So I think when I do that, I'm going to probably move over. Oh, I can't get to Shikoku. But I can get to Kiyosu. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this 1 boat. Spin 1 boat and 1 fish. Okay, to assign one person from the general supply to an adjacent conquered island. All right. Okay, so I'm going to move this one over here like that. I want to make sure. For some reason now I feel like I'm second guessing myself here. Hold on a second. The term refers to islands and illustrated Japanese islands. Islands are with a guy on are conquered. You will have to choose between conquering islands or focus on securing the resource supplies. So for some reason, okay, spend, yep, from the general supply to any Japanese island adjacent to it. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Spend 1 food to any conquered island and may be activated by any number of times. We got that. Spin move. I feel like I'm conquering these for free and I don't want to, but I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm doing it the right way by spreading myself like that. We shall see. I think I'm doing it right. I think I am. I figured I'd just experience this with you. So that action is going to be there. Because it doesn't say how to conquer an island, you just move through and gather it for resources. Yeah. And an island with people on it is considered conquered. So, yeah. And I think with that being said, and I use this already, I need to build some things. So let's see. This says, in order to build this, all right, it says, in order to build this, I must, here it is, this is the beginning of it. I need to spin a stone and have 3 of these types here with this setup. So I have, oh, I don't have 3. Oh, that stinks. Oh, I need to have Extra build. I need something that's going to let me draw cards. And I can't spin to get over there, huh? So what am I going to do this turn? This turn I'm going to, what am I going to do this turn? Oh, maybe I wanted to go here. I'm sorry. Kyushu, so I can start adding points on there because I get 1 point for each one on Kyushu. Yeah, let's go there instead. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's move. Let's go ahead and start adding people there. I'm going to go ahead and spin 1 food to assign one of these people to assign, yeah, to one of the activated islands. So I'm going to go ahead and assign one of those people right there. Okay, that's that one. Whew, let's see. I could populate to play this one here. Or did I play that one? Yeah, I have 2 plazas here. I could pay 1 food to move this over here to populate, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sail because it probably would help me. So in order to sail, I'm going to make sure I do this first so that I can raise and see if I want something out here. Unused goods assigned to your are released back to your pool. Because I'm looking for ways to get more food. I'm looking for ways to get more fish. This might be my way right here to get more fish. I'm spending 1 to get 1 though. Or I can, you know, build some coins. I'm trying to get some coins too, and I don't see it. Each time you conquer, you gain a coin. That's not going to help me. Let's see. Spend a resource to retrieve a worker. Ooh, that's kind of good. That might be it right there. That might be it. Is that it? I think that's going to be it. All right, so let me go. I spent that worker, my last worker, to get a raise token. That raise token is going to go there. And then, of course, I'm going to spend this food in order to flip this over so I can sail. And you can only move it 1 space over. So there you go. And then when I sail, I'm going to need a fish and a raise token to go out here. And this is what I'm sailing for. All right, so I'm going to sail to this one here, right there. So I have to put a fish out there because I'm going to distant islands. And then I have to put a raise token there so I can do that. And boy, do I not have any points, except for the one that I got right there. Yay. I got to have all 3 of these islands conquered. And then I also have to have, so now I have 6 points here, 7, 8. And I haven't done any of these foundation things. I'm awesome. All right. I'm kind of banking on this one right here. So I need to make sure I have those types of buildings built. Which means I'm going to have to start doing these constructions. Okay. I think that's actually going to be it because I don't have enough of these to build. I don't have enough to build those. So I need some cards, man. I need some good cards too. All right, so we are done with the second round. And now we're going to move over here to take out the exploring here. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one. This monster island that I decided to conquer, it says Monster Tales Island. Action, spend 1 resource to retrieve 1 of my workers. So I can spin and retrieve a worker. I already get the building bonus of 1 of my sheep and 1 fish. So that will help me in the future round to move around and get in there. I'm feeling okay about that because what I want to do is basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 15 points because it's 3 points per. So I want that at least. And then I'll work from there. But I definitely need some more cards in front of me because they count as points too. And that is the round. Okay. And what I'm finding out already about this type of faction, you really have to get used to learning how to get these cards out. And what I'm failing to do, right away, straight away. All right. What I'm failing to do straight away is I noticed that I'm not really paying attention to how I'm building this engine fast enough. So I gotta learn. I gotta learn how to do that. We are on round two here. Let's see. All right, here we go. My event. This goes back. Trash. I get my boats back. We are round three. Here we go. Number one says earthquakes in the north. This round you may only harvest from Japanese islands. Harvest from Japanese islands. All right, so I can't harvest from here, which really stinks. That shuts me out of this. By the way, this gets flipped back. It's the last part of your cleanup phase. This gets flipped over. And this stays as is because I left it on there. Unfortunately. All right. Okay. Ooh, boy. All right, I need to get some of these buildings out here because I am not doing a good job of showing off this deck. Let's see. 3, 4 cards. Let's see. And you can see it's just a difficult deck. And I need cards. I need cards. This is the same card we have out here, so we don't need it. This right here I can build. It says this location is also treated as one of those types. So I might want to build this because it says I need 2 and 2, and I can make that happen. So this card is definitely going to be part of mine. Action, spend 1 fish to explore to get a card. I think those are the 2 I'm going to keep. Spend 1 to sail. See, I like to keep that one. I'm going to go ahead and just let these go and keep these 2. All right. So I only have 1 worker. I only have 1 worker. Oh boy. All right. So if I keep these 2 cards, maybe I just want to keep 1. So I'm going to keep 1. All right, I'm going to keep 1. But what I am going to do right away, straight away, is I'm going to do this one right here. It says spend 2 wood. It also says I have to have 2 of these types. Well, I have 1 here. I can spend 1 of these, and this is what the foundations are used for. And then I also need 2 of those, 2 of the 2 of these guys right here. So I got to have 2 of those. I don't have 2, but I do have these 2 cards with that icon on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. And then I can build this. The building bonus is I get 1 point. Yeah. And then it says this location is also treated as one of the one. Oh wow, it's treated as both types. So essentially I have 2 of these essentially, and now I have 1 of these. That's good to know. I'm actually going to put that right there so I can see it kind of clear as day. All right, that felt good. Okay. So let's see, but now I don't have any cards, so I have to do something like draw. Let's see what I got. Oh, do I? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the Explorer option, which is going to give us, it says, this one says Paving Stone Factory. Spend one of these guys to draw 1 card and place it in the foundation of your empire. This seems like a very useful card. So I'm going to construct it. Okay, I'm going to construct that one. Now I have 2 of these types. So yeah, we're going to definitely construct that. How about that? All right. Now, I'm just going to put these up here now so I can see them. It says I can spend a resource to retrieve 1 of my workers. So I'm going to go ahead and spend that because I don't even care about those. And that is done. Okay. Now I have my worker back. Now what happens? I could spend 1. I needed that wood, and I didn't keep the wood, but that's fine. That's so fine. I can't populate anymore because I don't have any wood. I can't. I can spend a person to make this happen, which will give me a raise token. That might help. Okay, this location counts as this. So I could make this 3. So do I have any? Yeah, I do. I have this one right here. I have to spend a stone, and then I have a requirement of 3. I have one of for this type of building. I have 1, 2, and this one right here counts as one of each. So that's 3. It says spend 1 wood to sail. Additionally, you gain 1 point if you have assigned 1 raise token to the sail. So automatic bonus, I get one of these raise tokens. This is a good deal to have. All right, so what am I going to be sailing towards? We'll figure that out. But I know that this is going to give me a point at least. All right. And then finally, what are we doing here? I don't have any food. I can use my fish, by the way. I could do this action here. Spend 1 fish to move any number of assigned people from one Japanese island to an adjacent island. I'm in a. What am I going to do? Because I'm thinking now, how am I going to spread myself out? But I think I'm going to use Sailing Samurai. So I'm going to go ahead and spin 1 fish and a worker. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this fish and the worker. I'm going to spin my boat and a fish. And then once again, I assign 1 from the general supply to any Japanese island adjacent to a conquered island. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over to Okinawa. Okay, so now I have someone in Okinawa. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. And then, yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So now I know that I can get 1 wood there if I were to harvest right now. I can harvest. I could harvest 2 fish. Because this is only, just because of this event, I can only do that, huh? Huh. Ooh, boy. And I don't have anything in my hand that's just like so exciting because I don't have wood. Don't laugh at that. Anyway, let's see. I don't have anything exciting. So let's see. I don't have cards to do these 2. So I don't have anything in my hand. So now I'm looking at some things over here. Spend 1 to draw and place it as your foundation. So let me go ahead and spin that 1 worker right there to have this one as a foundation. So now I know I have 1 of those. I don't have the wood. I do have a raise token though. And I do have 1 fish. This is used. 1 wood. I say I can't do that one. I can't do that one. I need some wood. So let's see. Gosh, I can't harvest from there. I could harvest for that 1 wood. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to. Or I could. Yeah, I can't even sail. I can't even sail because I don't have I don't have any of these at all, and I need them because I could get extra ones. So I can't even sail, but I do need the wood in order to construct or harvest. So maybe I just do that. But if I do this, and this is exactly what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move here, harvest, and then I get 1 wood because I have that over here. Okay. So I get the 1 wood from that. Okay. And then I'm going to use this one. It says spend 1 wood to sail. Additionally, you get 1 point if you assign 1 raise to your boat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What am I raising? I have no idea. Let's see. I do have a spend 1 to sail. This would be a good one right here. I would have to spin a fish though. This is worth 2 points. Oh, that's good too. Oh, those are good. These are good. What is this one? This looks like one from the new one here. Motivational Tails Island. Spin one raise and one fish to discard all nearby and distant islands. Reveal two new islands. Additionally, you may immediately sail. That sounds pretty interesting, but not too interesting for me right now. I need help. I need Jesus right now. So these are pretty good too. So maybe I don't even need to go anywhere, but I also just need points. I need food. I need to be able to spread these. Huh. Maybe I just don't care about this. Maybe I'll go out here and get this fish to go out there. So let me go out there. Let me do that. We'll just spin the fish to go out here. I like that I get those foods right there. So we're gonna keep our raise token. All right, we keep our raise token. So that's that action right there. I don't have anything else I could use those workers for because I don't have any resources. But I can spend one of them to get another raise token. These are gonna maybe do something for me next round. I have no wood. I have no other resources. That is the end of my round. So I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish this explore. I don't have anything I can do over there. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pillage here and not conquer. Okay, so with that, I get 2 of this food, 1 coin, and 1 point. By the way, guys, I have 3 points. All right, 3 points. Nothing exciting to see here at all. All right, that's okay. It's actually okay. It's not a big deal because you usually just learn from doing this. It's not that bad because you get points per one of these cards you have out here. Sometimes they have additional points at the end of the game. Don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna clean up all this stuff. It is still pathetic, but the sky is not falling. All right, here we go. So we got these here. These are gonna come back. So this is gonna get flipped. Notice how I'm doing this stuff like on time now. All right, these get flipped. This gets flipped. Becomes now I have to spin one of these foods. Now I have to spin the sheep, which I don't have, so now I can't harvest there for for free unless I have a coin, which I could do. All right, these all get refreshed. And we move to the final round. All right, so for the final round, I feel like I'm at the final round. What did I have? The first one I had blockade, earthquakes, and yeah. So here we are. 4. This round, you may spend 2 wood to gain 1 boat only once per activation of this event. Oh. Interesting. Huh. I don't have any wood though. And I don't have any sheep to harvest, but I need to harvest. I don't have anything. I tell you what, this is going to be perfect for me right now. It's not actually. Okay, so I'm going to have to harvest. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to. Oh, wait. Got to get our 4 cards out. Look at me. See? That's what I'm saying. Got a little excited. All right, got a little excited. My 4 cards are. These are up here. These are up here. All right, my 4 cards. Oh, not shuffled too well. Veteran, spend X wood to gain 1 star for each. X is the number of these you have foundations in your empire. Max 3. Oh wow! So then I would have to have at least 2. Oh, I have 3. So I have to spend 3 wood to get 3 points. That's important. Spend one of these to get a coin. This one's a coin or a point. This is a stone. Coin a point. Spend one stone and gain one point for each pair of people and raise tokens in your supply. That could be nice, but I don't have the cards to build this requirement. And that's what I'm learning about this. You got to have a lot of cards going in there. Huh. You gotta have a lot of cards. You gotta have a lot of cards. Um, but now I see these are the cards I need because they're cheaper, and then the more of those I have, they go into this area. See, these are cheaper. They don't have requirements. This one does, but like none of these do right here. I have 3 guys on these. I could have those in there. I would have more than enough to build some of the things I have. So here's the deal. I'm gonna have to bet on myself here a little bit. I'm gonna go with the sculptor, and I'm gonna have to spend one of these to get to explore, so I can get a card. I need another card. I need to be able to look at some more cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these, and one of these. All right, so that's 2 guys down. All right, now those go into my hand. I'm gonna populate so I can get one of my peeps out here. I'm going to explore so I can get a card out of the deck here. All right, so when I have to spend 1, and then I get 2 when I do that. I'm also going to spend 1 resource. To get one of my workers back. Okay. And now, here we are. So I'm saying now we're at a point where things are happening here. And now I want to harvest. I only can harvest 1 wood there. I think we're gonna. Wow, how do I get more fish? I gotta harvest 1 of those. I gotta use that, huh? I gotta use that. But I have. Oh wait, I could do this. So let's do this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna spend the food to move over this over. We're gonna spend this coin that can act as anything other than the race tokens, which will equal this right here. I'm gonna put this away. So now I can harvest. The harvest I'm going to take is this 4 right here for wood. I need wood big time. 2, 3, 4. All right. Now I have the 4 wood. What am I going to do with said 4 wood? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is spend this one, the aqueduct. I spend 1 wood to construct or harvest. I don't have a card that triggers off harvest. Wait, did I populate? Let me settle this up. I did populate. I got to make sure I use these. I don't want to penalize myself because my score is already bad already. So let me let me use that. But let me settle this up here. So now I'm going to harvest the 4 wood. I do this one right here, and it says construct or harvest. Well, I'm going to take these 2 right here and see, because this will help me. 1, 2. So now I have 2 of these and 1 of these. I'm going to slide all this over. It's going to get a little dicey here. You slide this over these types. So I really only have so much. All right. Okay. So I don't really have that many types of these buildings that I need. But let me settle up this populate, because I had a populate. Since I didn't really build a building, I guess it doesn't matter. So let me settle up this card that I have for populate. This one says populate. Instantly gain 1 stone for each one of these types that I have, or I gain 1 food for each one of these types that I have. So the construct that I was going to do the harvest that I was going to do is going to give me 3 of these. So do I need more stone? I would have 3 more stone if I did. Oh wait, no, I did that. Sorry, that would be cheating. I did this one. So I probably do want that. So each one of these will count as 1 of those, or I could do. Well, it would be advantageous. I will take the 3 stone. I will take the 3 stone for this card. All right. Let's make sure we got that together. I took a harvest. Got the 3 wood. Used one of the wood for this. I harvested that. Then I got the instant that I forgot to use to get this. Okay, good to go. All right, got it. You don't want to cheat here. Not all the way. All right, here we go. We need some coins. So the requirement here, and the thing is, I don't have any of these buildings. So let me see. I can build 1 wood here. Let's see. 1 wood. Here we go. 1 wood. Boom. Spend 1 wood. It says to gain a star or a coin. I think we're going to go ahead and gain this coin here because it's going to help me do what I want to do here in a second. So I'm going to spend that wood. That's going to come out right away. Spend 1 stone. Sorry. Spend 1 stone. Did I spend the stone? I have 3 stones, so apparently no. I built it for wood. I spent a stone. I got a coin. Let's see. So now I have a whole bunch of these that require 5 of the golem guy. I'm sorry, yeah. So I have 1. I need 4 more cards. Lord help us. I would need 1 more to move over there and explore again. Then I would need another food. I think what I want to do is emphasize getting over to the other side there. So let's go ahead and do that. I can spend 1. Ooh, I have to harvest though. Ugh. Maybe I should have harvested 2 fish. So it looks like that coin is going to have to be the fish. So that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and by the way, this doesn't even matter because I can't. Well, I guess it does matter. I guess I should put these out here, but it doesn't matter unless I have like an instant sale, and this deck doesn't have an instant sale on it. So I mean, I can put them out there, but there's a reason why I didn't. Doesn't matter. I think what I'm going to do is use this coin as a fish and go ahead and sail out here so that I can move to the adjacent island. So for each, I get 1 point for each. I haven't. Ooh. I get 1 point for each one of these that I have in there. Hold on a second. Maybe I spend the 1. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this part first. So I'm going to take. I'm going to do this part so I can take one of the first for the general supply and sail them over there. Okay. So sail them over there. That's that. So I've used that action for the round. Now, I'm going to spend my remaining food to put a guy on here. Because how many people I have in Okinawa gives me points. All right. We're dwindling the resources, but we're almost there. Let's see. We got 2 guys. Spend 1 guy on 1 stone to gain, huh? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 1 more. Stone and a wood to build this guy. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. Stone and a wood. Spend to build. Spend X amount of wood to gain points for each. And that has to do with how many of these types I have in there. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to use this just to get this building so that I can spend the resources. And this is where that strategy comes in, right here. Okay, so I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man, I'm short again. Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I do that, I can build. I can do this just to get a point. Although that, I mean, I can do it to get a point. Let's see. I mean, if I build this, I get 8 points. So I might as well just, I have to have that to spend, and I don't have it. I built this knowing that I had enough, and I don't have enough. All right. Well, these are kind of burnt out. So what I'm going to do is wait, spend 1 person to draw. This might be my saving grace. So spend 1 worker to draw a card and use it as a foundation. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, but I don't have any. I don't have anything to use it for. Um, spin one wood. Okay, to sail. Unfortunately, I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter what I put over here. But and then it says you gain 1 point additionally if you assign one of these to it. So I get 1 point. By the way, moving me up to 4 points. Okay, but there's a whole bunch of points at the end of this game for this. I don't know if I get points for these because I don't know if they count as buildings, but I doubt it. Um, I think that's all the points that I actually have. And I feel like in this game, that's what you have. Like in this game, you really score points at the end. And let's see how many I have because I think that's it. I don't have any extra resources or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about that. Let me go ahead and let's just kick it out and see what we got. So I like to move everything out of the way. Sorry, move everything out of the way. All this junk, all of it. I don't have anything over here I can do. No resource. Nope. Okay. All right. This goes out of the way. Oh, we won't throw it out of the way. All right. We got all this stuff. Let's get our scoreboard out over here so you can see. Okay. I don't think these are scored. I don't. Otherwise, I'll put them in the notes. All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'll put these off to the side. I have 4 of those. Just not going to count them. All right. Let me make sure I get my final score correct. As I get game end, 1 point for each card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 scores 13. 13. Then it says 1 point for every 2 resources remaining. I don't have. I have 2 resources. I get 1 point. No, I don't have 2 resources. The what's the name doesn't count as a resource. Let's see, and then also 1 point for every gold coin. I don't have any of those. So now, oh boy. So now, scenario counts. Here we go. So these are all accounted for. These are all accounted for. All right, let's see if I did it. I did not. Don't worry. Okay, so I receive 1 point for each of my people in Kyushu and Okinawa. So that's 2, 4. All right, so I received 4 for that. 17. 17. Okay. Then I also receive 3 points for each conquered island. So I receive 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 12 more, which is 29. My threshold was 45. So I missed the threshold. Yeah. Times. No, it's okay. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, that's how you take an L in this game. Now I figured. Let me go ahead and go back over here. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me because this was a rough one as far as me performing well, and hopefully I can play another one with you. Just pay attention to the the YouTube page. I will edit this, and if it looks too brutal, I'll get rid of it. But if it doesn't, I will edit it down, make sure we cover the errors, and we'll leave it there. And stay tuned for more coverage of this game. It is one of my favorite games ever now. I'm very sure of that. So it'll always be around. Have any questions, go ahead and ask them below. Well, thank you so much for your time. Happy Sunday, and thank you for joining me. Next week, it may be another Portal game. It's either Robinson Crusoe, First Martians, or I may play this other deck. You let me know. All right, until then, take care.